Start quote. I don't care about school, my studies. It's boring. Most days I'm not motivated. I do always do the bare minimum to just about pass my subjects and grades though. But yeah, that's pretty much just to avoid the embarrassment of, saying that I failed. And of course, I don't want to upset my parents. I pretty much just sit on my phone all day, scrolling social media, watching YouTube, and then, playing video games on the weekend. I mean, I don't play video games in the week though. I mean, I am just disciplined like that. But life seems fine. I just don't care about school right now. I guess just a quick background check about me. I am proudly Muslim, South African, and also a university student. I'm studying computer science at one of the, let's not get specific, let's just say one of the top 3 universities in South Africa. I only say that to give some sort of validation to my speech, in case you're thinking, who's this nobody? I'm still a nobody, but yeah. Surprise, surprise, that quote that I just read was actually me. Yeah, that was my mindset and my thought process a couple years ago now, I guess. For majority of my years on high school, I thought in that way. I came out of matric, final year of high school, barely passed. I never got into any college or university that I applied to, never got accepted. Marks weren't good enough, of course. I was forced to redo my mathematics, physical science, and I think there was a lot of realizations, and it was in that period post high school that I think I made a shift, and my mindset kind of started changing a little bit. I think one of the things that I would have loved to drill into my former self is the concept of just understanding your the consequences of your actions. Just not being delusional about your choices, your lifestyles, your decisions that you make, because I think, man, that's something that's so crucial, because it just doesn't matter what you do or what you don't do. For me, I think one of the important things is just don't be delusional about it. Don't fool yourself about the outcomes of the effort that you put in. A simple example is when you come into an exam room, an examination, a test, knowing that your preparation was poor, you were not doing your homework leading up to it, you never really studied. No one in their right mind thinks, like, surely not though, right? Thinks that they're gonna ace that paper, thinks that this is about to be a smooth paper and I'm gonna be super comfortable and I'm gonna get 100%, like. And I just think that on a sort of larger scale, on a more long-term basis, I think that mindset is important. Don't be fooled into the idea that you're gonna not work, put in little effort, you don't sacrifice, and then you think you're gonna get these sort of exponential unearned rewards somehow. That is something I would really just want to tell former me, because fine, don't work, but don't expect like to see some like reward. I think an important aspect of life I also don't want to link it to is from an Islamic, almost spiritual perspective, I guess, which is, I guess, a more important topic, but again, the concept still stands about understanding the. 'Cause, look, majority of us know, I think, can decipher between right and wrong, and we have a rough idea of what we put in and what's gonna come out of it. And especially from an Islamic perspective, I think it's important to not, again, take this mindset of this delusional mindset of thinking that you're going to live a certain way, you're going to do certain actions, and then you're going to somehow get something that, like, just doesn't make sense, right? I mean, a simple example is, living a certain lifestyle of, sinning or doing things that are outside of Islamic teachings, and then you think on the day of judgment you're going to stand in front of the Creator, and then things are going to be fine, and then you're going to be pitied or something. I'm not really sure what, like, the mindset really is when it comes to that, but just accept and understand the consequences of your actions again. And then finally, I guess, if all of that meant nothing and that kind of just went in, back out, I think maybe something, if you're much like me, the Quran and the Sunnah having a bit more substance to it, this is maybe something I want to end off with. But the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he says, whoever takes a path, upon which to obtain knowledge, Allah makes a path to Jannah easy for him. I don't think any Muslim would choose to take on tests, especially, from Allah, risking the possibility of failing them. I mean, in other words, we all want an easy path, don't we? All want a path that's clear and that we can just follow, in terms of getting to paradise. So hopefully that at least gets you to move. But that being said, be conscious, don't be delusional. Think about your actions, think about the consequences of your actions, and yeah,